Imagine a young boy, mocked by his own people, forced to grow up in exile with his mother. No one believed he would become anything important. But years later, that same boy would rise to become one of the most feared military leaders in African history. His name was Shaka Zulu, and he would transform a small clan into the powerful Zulu Kingdom in what is now South Africa. The difficult childhood. Shaka was born around 1787. His father was Sanzangakona Kajama, the chief of a small Zulu clan. His mother was Nandi, but Shaka's birth caused controversy. His parents were not officially married, and many people in the community saw his birth as shameful. Shaka and his mother were mocked and humiliated. Eventually, they were forced to leave the Zulu settlement. They lived among other communities, struggling to survive. For the young Shaka, life was harsh and painful, but those experiences hardened him. They taught him resilience, and they planted a burning desire to prove himself. The young warrior, as Shaka grew older, he joined the army of a powerful leader named Dingiswayo, ruler of the Zulu Kingdom. Here, Shaka began to show his extraordinary abilities. He was brave in battle, he was disciplined, and most importantly, he was a thinker. He studied how wars were fought. He observed the weaknesses in traditional fighting methods, and he began imagining something different, something revolutionary. The military revolution in those days, warriors mainly fought using long throwing spears, paddles, often involved standing at a distance and throwing weapons. But Shaka believed this was inefficient, so he introduced a new weapon, a short stabbing spear known as the core. Instead of throwing spears, warriors were trained to fight up close in brutal hand-to-hand combat. This made Shaka's warriors faster and deadlier, but that was not his only innovation. Shaka also developed a powerful battle strategy called the Horns of the Buffalo. In this formation, the chest attacked the enemy head-on. The horns moved around the sides to surround the enemy. The loins stayed behind as reserve forces once the enemy was surrounded. There was no escape. Shaka also trained his soldiers to run long distances barefoot, increasing their speed and endurance. His army became highly disciplined and feared across the region. The rise of the Zulu Kingdom in 1816, Shaka became the leader of the Zulu Kingdom. At that time, the Zulu were just a small and relatively unimportant clan, but Shaka had bigger ambitions. He reorganized the army. He united neighboring clans. He built a powerful military state. Within a few years, the Zulu Kingdom expanded rapidly across southern Africa. Many communities joined the Zulu willingly for protection. Others were conquered. Shaka's growing power reshaped the political landscape of the region. A leader both feared and admired, Shaka was known for strict discipline. Warriors who failed in battle could face severe punishment, but those who served him well were honored. Some people admired his leadership and military brilliance. Others feared his ruthlessness, but everyone respected his power. Under Shaka's rule, the Zulu army became one of the most formidable forces in Africa. The fall of the warrior king. Despite his strength and influence, Shaka's rule eventually created enemies. In 1828, tragedy struck. Shaka was assassinated by his own half-brothers, including Dingang Kasinzangakona. After his death, the leadership of the Zulu Kingdom changed hands. But the empire he built would continue to shape the history of southern Africa. The legacy of Shaka Zulu today. Shaka Zulu is remembered as one of the greatest military innovators in African history. He transformed warfare, he united clans into a powerful kingdom, and his influence can still be seen in the history and culture of southern Africa. From an outcast child to a legendary warrior king, the story of Shaka Zulu remains one of the most remarkable transformations in history. Powerful ending line. History often celebrates kings who were born into power, but Shaka Zulu's story reminds us that sometimes the greatest leaders come from the most difficult beginnings.